up, guys? Your boy Ed from Elite TV. You already know. I got David Flores here. He is the WWE UDS champion. He just topped 8 at the YCS Vancouver. Look at that beautiful mat. Oh my God. That's actually a very beautiful mat, dude.
It's very beautiful.
That's awesome that you have it. David, tell me about your weekend.
My weekend was really nice. I made top 8 at YCS Vancouver. I practiced a lot for this event, actually. I do work overnight, so it's very hard to manage the time, but overall the weekend was very great. Obviously I met a lot of nice people. A lot of my players were very all my players were very honorable too, so shout out to them as well. But other than that, yeah, I mean, so one thing before we get to the deck profile, shout outs to my family. My wife is here.
Hey.
My family supports me. They help me, and they're always there for me whenever I need them. So I want to make sure, that everybody knows, that, it doesn't always have to be all on you, I have support from my family as well.
Yes, sir. Well, you are a Houston local, so I've seen you play for a while, and it is great to see you top again, man. Do you want to go ahead and get into the video now?
Yeah, for sure. So I played Unchained.
Okay.
I think it's definitely the best deck of the format.
Yes, sir.
It checks everything. I mean, I think the deck plays a lot of starters, especially the newer build with contract. I didn't play that version, but I do think it's worth playing for sure. Okay. I played a tour guide, 1 Rhino. You should always play this 1-card combo. Lets you save resources in your hand. 3 Aruha, which is standard. 2 Shavara. So I played 2 Sarama and 2 Rakea. Sometimes I needed an extra monster to have an end board, and I usually like ending on Rakea. Or sometimes I wanted to have the extra monster to always be Rakea as well, because if you get nibbed, you can pop your own cards, and then you can Shayama bring back your own cards after you get Nibiru'd. So I really like that interaction. I played 2 Sarama since I'm not doing the contract build as well. Oh, and one more thing, shout out to Rafael Reich as well. He's a really known player in the South. He also helped me build this deck as well. But yeah, back to the profile. So 2 Sarama. I really like this card as a follow-up. It's a 1-card combo after you go after your first turn. So it really it's kind of like to me like a pseudo tour guide. Set traps, special summon a monster, and then you can get your deck going again. Especially since your Yama should probably get monsters from your graveyard so that you can save resources from your deck. But yeah, I mean, it could be cuttable to 1, but I really liked it at 2. I mean, it's pretty good. Then the staples, you have to play these. So I played hand traps as well. 3 Ash, 3 Nibiru. These are the only hand traps I played. I think in Sao Paulo I played Impermanence, but I felt like Unchained was going to be a lot more popular. And Unchained, like I mentioned earlier, it checks so many hand traps. But I played Nibiru and Ash because Ash can still win some turns. Nibiru, is very good before they make the Omni negates. Yeah, I mean, only 6. It's pretty good against everything as well. So I think it was really good to do. I played Prosperity, Eclipse. So at Sao Paulo, I played 1 Silence. This time I went to 3 because everything in Unchained triggers, and then you can also take Arise Hearts as well. So 3 talents I think was necessary for this event. I played 2 Thrust. I didn't play any at Sao Paulo, but I moved these because once again it checks everything, and it's also it can act as another starter if they try to end your turn with Ash. When you pop a trap, it lets you get another another card. So if you have another extender, then you're just gonna keep playing without having them stop you. Might be playable at 3 as well. I think it should be at 3. But I didn't mention, I didn't have any space. So for the contracts, I didn't play them because I played these instead. But I mean, maybe it might be moving forward, I might play them. Because too many starters also define that I mean, you can just keep going even through nib, even if they nibiru you. And this deck, like I mentioned, checks everything. So, I mean, like, you just have too many starters for like hand traps to be like, they can't even be blowouts anymore. So have you noticed? I noticed other people also playing, you know, like the rumor cannon and things like that. So I think it's also worth citing, like, you know, some back row hate so that, you know, you can keep pushing forward with all your plays. 2 escape and 2 abominable. I didn't feel like you needed a third, especially since you have a high amount of tactics, prosperities. This can also be, you know, special summon from your deck as well. But yeah, I think I didn't feel to it. It kind of feels like it's like the worst one going, you know, when you start off.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think 2 was fine. If I ever do need a third, maybe it would be because, you know, I would up on the contracts. That way, you know, I can actually have something to pop at the same turn. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do moving forward yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Eclipse was also really good, you know. It ends turns depending on what the matchup is, you know. Sometimes it ends cash turns, sometimes it can end even Unchained turns if you play it correctly. So, and then it's really good going second, forces negates. It's good against the mirror for the seizures. Like, I think this card's really good too. We're gonna go with side deck.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna do 3 Drone Lockbird, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, and I played 2 XYZ Encore. The reason why I think Encore is like pretty good as well. Reich actually put me onto this, and I actually thought about it more, you know, after I've watched the, you know, videos and features, you know, and, you know, this can play around the Solemn Judgment against Pearly, because they cite Solemn Judgment whenever you trap and you book the monster, and they Solemn Judgment the book, and then, you know, they're always going to get the Noir. And this deck kind of does struggle with Noir, so because the Encores, you know, they can't respond to it. So like they're even though they're gonna get a free monster, this deck can do, like, you know, a free Zeus. So it's pretty good too. I mean, Solemn Judgment probably won't stop Unchained either, you know, because they have too many extenders. So it's really good even if they have it as well. I played 2 D Barrier, 1 Ice Dragon's Prison, and I played Trap Tracks. So Trap Tracks is because, you know, I can actually, you know, pop my monster. It can play through evenly as well. I did that a couple of times. You know, I Trap Tracks at a random card, and then, you know, I could keep my Caesar because I already popped my League monster, and the Yama can bring back the League monster, so it's like nothing really happened. It also gets, you know, Ice Dragon's Prison. I think it's really good, and you can do it in the mirror. You can do it against dragons as well, and, you know, it's gonna end turns as well. I didn't play a 3rd barrier because of Trap Tracks as well. I can grab it, lets me play at the same turn, and even if you like kind of break it with Unchained, like, you can make it as a 2 interruptions, you know, by summoning the Abominable, discarding pop a card, and, you know, you can get another Ice Dragon's Prison or a D barrier to stop their turn, and then you still have like a name on the field. I think this is pretty good. It was really good actually. And then I played 3 impermanents. I cited the thrusts. I cited the impermanents because, like I said, I felt like Unchained was more popular, and Unperm doesn't really check it too hard, especially if you open it as a 1-of. And I felt like more engine was more, you know, more engine was actually more prominent after testing. So I added like, you know, I added these for the replacement for them in my main deck, and, you know, it went really well actually. I think Texas is really broke into this format. Sometimes there's no way around it. For my extra deck, 3 Yama. Some people only play 2. It might be correct. I rarely did see myself banishing it a lot with Prosperity. 2 might be correct. Could be cuttable. I'm not sure yet. I know, like, against maybe Cash and testing, the 3rd one did come up at times, but I mean, it didn't come up as many times as, you know, the many times I would win just using 2.
Yes, sir.
Soul of Rage, stable. Anguish, kind of felt like I did need another one. Might be a 2nd one. Abomination, Magma Cracker. This card actually, like, saved me a couple of matches. There was a game where I had no extra deck, and I left this on the field with 2 monsters, kept protecting it, and every time I drew a card, I discarded to get back like Abomination and get back monsters that I needed, like, you know, Abomination, Abominable Soul as well. You know, it lets me get these monster as well, so I can, you know, it just let me do a lot more than I should have. I think it was really good. But yeah, this card saved me a lot. It lets me get big monsters I can discard to pop. I mean, it saved me a lot. Unicorn, obviously, for the combo, and it's a fiend, for the deck locks you into fiends sometimes, so it's really good outs. It's a really good card to have outs for anything. Griffin, guys, you're not sure about the Griffin combo, it's really broken, and make sure that you have Muckracker Griffin, and they can't really do anything to it unless if you want to, you can always bring it back with Yama. So it's all your special monsters are going to be negated even if you try to go to the battle phase. You always check, usually the combo is having 2 set traps while they're having this. Special summon, like, you know, a soul, you can still pop it even if they evenly match you. This gets banished and the Yama can still bring this back. So it's like it's like you wasted a battle phase for your special summon monsters to still not activate.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
It's very hard to deal with. You probably need like a couple of combinations to beat this deck. I feel that way. Back to the extra deck. Access Code Talker. I never really use this. I might actually cut it, especially since a lot of times you're locked into fiends. I know Bestial Drill Swarm became a lot more common, but I mean, you know, Access Code Talker can make Drill Swarm miss timing because, you know, target can't respond, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it might be cuttable as well. And then I played this package here. Caesar, obviously staple. Zeus is also for the rank 3. If you guys don't know the rank 3 combo, you can just overlay over this, and you know, it'll make it a 4 material Zeus. So I think that's really good as well. I might want a second one too, maybe. I'm not too sure, but I think I don't see any other monster that I really ever needed except for maybe a second Anguish. And sometimes I did want a second one of these. I'm not too sure. I know a couple of people play 2 Caesar. I think it's good. I think it's good too. So I mean, there's a lot of choices to decide on to see what route you want to take.
Cool.
So, but other than that, one last shout out, you know, Joe, Midwest Gaming, my sponsors. Joe has been really, you know, great to me. Joe has helped me a lot. You know, I wanted to make sure he gets that recognition as well. So Joe, thank you a lot for supporting me through this game as well. Shout outs to all my friends. Shout outs to everyone who, you know, helped me throughout these help me throughout testing, help me throughout your theorying, you know. I know sometimes I don't have a lot of time in the game, but you know, I'm still glad that my friends appreciate, you know, that, you know, we can still talk, we can still be there for each other, and it doesn't always have to be about Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah, I mean, maybe there's something I'm missing. Shout out to Brayden, you know, he's always helping me get cards too. So, you know, shout outs to like I mentioned, everybody who needs it. Shout out to Johnny, you know, I still talk to him. He's always, you know, we always talk a lot. He's always there for me too. So, I mean, you know, gotta make sure he gets that too. But other than that, yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, if I missed anything out, shout outs to, like I said, mention all my friends, everybody who was there for me, everybody who rooted for me. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. All right, David. Well, you did great, man. Congratulations on your top 8. You're just great, man, and you're actually bringing Houston up, and I love it, man. Congratulations. It's good to see you top again, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. Another thing is that, you know, shout out to Hani Jahari. You know, we both scrubbed out, and that's YCS Sao Paulo. And you know, he decided to you know, hey, let's run some games. You know, he's like, hey, let's run some games, and we played a lot of games. You know, a lot of games, and we just kept going back and forth, and you know, he kind of slightly won more games, and that gave me a lot more experience to learn more about my deck as well.
Okay.
So like, yeah, we played a lot of games. We probably can't even count. We just kept playing, and you know, I just want to make sure, you know, Hani, you know, thanks for playing with me. But yeah, I mean, that's about it.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Don't forget to check out Thank Rituals. Their link will be down in the description. Also, you guys should definitely join my Facebook group. I have a lot of really cool updates and a lot of really good information that you guys might want to keep up with about giveaways and whatnot on there. Also, please guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I would like for you guys to turn on that bell notification as well. I would like to grow my percentage of subbed and not subbed from 20% higher. I would really appreciate that. And don't forget to like, comment, share. You already know, guys. Appreciate y'all very much, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Hey, yo, what is up, guys? Your boy Ed from Elite TV. You already know. I got the WWE UDS champion right here, David Flores. You already know. That's my favorite thing to say when he's around. And this guy just top 4 at the YCS. Top 8. Okay, top 8 at the
YCS Vancouver.